Going after Heisenberg's daughter, that's a different kind of balls right there. You go, Franco. Why him? So Why Him is a comedy starring James Franco and Bryan Cranston. So Bryan Cranston's daughter has started dating this guy, so she's going to introduce this guy to the family for Christmas, and hopefully it all works out. That guy is James Franco. He's an internet zillionaire who's made his money making app games on phones. So James Franco's character wants to marry this girl. Bryan Cranston's like, no, I am the one who knocks. You're not marrying her. Thus, here's the comedy. And it's a comedy that number one goal for a comedy is to make me laugh, make you laugh, make us laugh. And I laughed. There's something here that worked for me, man. I mean, you look at Bryan Cranston before he was Heisenberg, before everyone knew him in Breaking Bad, this dude was a comedic actor. But he's good, dude. The dude's just a talented actor for drama and comedy. But James Franco, I'm telling you, when this guy brings it for comedy, he brings it. James Franco's that actor that when he applies himself, he's really good. And then when he's not, when he's in a dip, people give him shit. I give him shit. And then he'll do something to impress everybody again. It's like, oh yeah, he's talented. And then years will go by where he's not. And it's just like, he'll get shit again. It's just his life is a roller coaster, man. There's something about him and the accurate portrayal and representation of someone who works online. Yeah, secret's out. When people find success online, they just work by themselves online. They're not used to answering to other people, so there's no real box and dynamic of rules, socially speaking anyway, so they start becoming awkward and they have no filter. I've never had a filter. I've always been filterless, so it was never really a shock or a change for the people around me to deal with that. But I've known and seen other people where it's like, you're just progressively getting weird. You go, you. But this movie hits you with some laughter win. Michael Key plays James Franco's bodyguard in this movie. How good is that dude? Like, is he gonna run the world one day? Big surprise, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Megan Mullally, the mom in this movie. Dude, she was hysterical. When this lady is straight up having some of the funniest lines and funniest delivery in here, I was shocked. I was like, who? Be in more stuff, please. Her dry sense of humor works so well when you have this other spectrum of someone who's such an eccentric personality. Doesn't mean the movie doesn't have flaws. It certainly has flaws. I mean, first and foremost, let's address the fact that it's that movie. It's the movie about the son-in-law who wants to impress the would-be dad. I mean, it's Son-in-Law. Son-in-Law 2016. And in that, there's no real surprises in this movie whatsoever. I mean, you're just kind of watching it unfold, hoping it makes you laugh through this predictable plot. And it does. The premise is a bit one note. It goes on for a bit longer than, it's like 15 minutes could have been shaved off this movie. It has some dumb humor in it too, a couple of moments of lowbrow humor. But in a world where you'll have a scene with that, but you have a few people bouncing off of each other with it, not all of them are gonna have lowbrow humor. If you have a few different personalities, you can really hit the pocket of most people who would go to this movie. And I, for one, enjoyed it. Guys, in the end, Why Him had enough in there to work. I thought I was gonna walk out of this movie shitting all over it. I didn't. I will say Why Him was definitely a good time. No alcohol required. All right, guys, so Why Him? Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.